Hello everyone, we are Group 1 presenting the 5 major and 5 minor influences of Spaniards.
Architecture timeline during the Spanish civilization which influences the Philippines. In 1570s, the first architecture built in the Philippines was the churches. So churches existed as the center site for open plaza and villages. In 1650s, spread buildings, churches, and settled in the lowland areas. At this present, until now, the Spanish architecture still recognized. Examples are Beacon City, the Old Church, the Immaculate Conception of San Agustin, Intramuros, and etc.
Hello everyone, my topic is all about religion. Religion is one of the major influence that the Spaniards brought to the Philippines. The Spaniard introduced Christianity to the Philippines in 1565 with the arrival of Miguel Lopez de Legazpi. The Legazpi expedition in February 1565, led by Miguel Lopez de Legazpi, reached the Philippines. Among these on boards were Father Andres de Ordinita, spiritual advisor, and the 6 others are Augustinian missionaries. Eventually, other religious orders such as the Franciscans, Jesuits, Dominicans, and Augustinian followed for intensive Christianization process of the country. In 1600s, they actively sought to control large areas and to bring the indigenous population to the faith. Over the years, through the dedication and heroic sacrifice of the Spanish missionaries, the Christianity faith continued to prosper up to the day. The Philippines, with a population of approximately 110 million, is the only nation in Asia that is predominantly Christians, 92% of which 86% are Roman Catholic. And that's how the religions become a part of our life as a Filipinos. No? Gikan sa pagsugod, gikan sa pag-introduce sa mga Spaniards sa atua, hangtod garon, gakakita gyapon nato ang impluwensya sa relihiyon. Bisan asa ta moadto sa Pilipinas, no? Everywhere we go, makita nato kung unsa kadako ang impact sa relihiyon sa atua, no? Ang relihiyon is dili lang siya basta-basta nga relihiyon sa mga Pilipino, kung dili nahimo siyang part sa atong kultura isip mga Pilipino, like fiesta. As a Pilipino, tuwi na siyang gina-celebrate yearly sa atua. And that fiesta is diya siya gagikan sa Catholic religion. So makita nato atong gakaobserbahan og atong masinati ang impact sa religion diri sa atua. So that's all. Thank you.
So ang ako ang topic is about language. In 1898, Spanish became an official language of the new Republic of the Philippines and it was a compulsory subject in school. So, compulsory it means kanang gipugos gyud bitaw siya sa mga Espanyol nga mo'y matudlo sa eskwelahan. So, in 1937, President Quezon proclaimed the language based on Tagalog currently known as Filipino as the national language of the Philippines. So si Quezon, si President Quezon ang nag-proclaim nga Tagalog ang gamiton nato mga Filipino as a language. Here in 1987, Constitution established Filipinos and English established Filipino and English as the official language. So, during the sa 1987 gi-establish gyud Filipino ug English ang ato ang gamiton nga language ang gitudlo sa eskwelahan. That's it.
Family names. In 1849, Governor General Narciso Claveria issued a decree to adopt a standardized Filipino names. He issued lists of family names in alphabetical order, which were based on a catalog of Spanish surnames. In 90s, all have the accent in the original Spanish removed since the American colonial era. That forms like from Garcia de Leon to Garcia de Leon. So, nagkalahian no, pang, sa Spanish era pa na siya accent din pag sa kining American era na wala na dayon siya accent. So until now kining Spanish family names are still exist but without accent of original. So mo na gini atong mga wala na taga kakita o kanang may mga accent nga mga apelyido bitaw karon wala na siya nag-exist.
The fifth major influences of Spaniards is the cuisine or foods. It started in 1520s when Spaniards came here in Philippines. They brought with them numerous foreign foods that greatly changed Filipino cuisine. But that time, only the upper class will enjoy the food that they brought. And the present almost ay present almost 80% of the Filipino cuisines are originated in Spain. So example, kita na to sa picture ni afritada, arroz caldo, bistik, pandesal, di ba gina-enjoy gyapon nato na karon, but kana siya na food is influenced by the Spaniards. So that's why na appeal siya sa major influences sa Spaniards, because until now we are still enjoying the food that they brought to us.
The five minor influence of the Spaniards. First is the Calesa in 1521, where is the Calesa used as land of transportation, elite of locals, as well as the transporting of the farm to produce to market or materials for construction. So, in 1951, the Calesa used as the primary and major transportation of the Philippines. So, sa 1521, dili gid na as in gamit gid ang kalyesa and gamiton po ni siya para transportation sa mga goods. Then sa pag-abot sa 1900s, they improved the transportation system in the after 19th century. The facility slightly increased the level of consumer mobility such as the rail transportation, jeepney, and etc. So, in 19th century, diri na nato nakita ang kanang paghinahinay o improve sa mobility such as ang automobile, mga jeepney, mga taxi, and especially po sa mga airlines. So, then mga pedicabs, dili na nato nakita ang mga improvements sa transportation which is use of mobility. Then mga rail transportation like kanang land mga LRT ingana. So sa present, in a modern time, ang kalyesa is the larger only used for tourist attraction na lang siya. So they will be preserved in some areas in the Philippines such as San Fernando, Pampanga, Vegan, and Lawag City. So
Siesta is nap or rest. Filipinos inherited the tradition of siesta from the Spaniards. Siesta, or some Filipinos call it idlip, a short nap or something that many Filipinos proudly take part in. In 1700s, Filipinos started to adopt siesta so they would escape the heat at the hottest time of the day and give themselves time to eat lunch and hang out with their families away from the elements. So not only Philippines have siestas but also in other countries just like Greece, Italy, and Nigeria. And in 1930s, siestas were as necessity because of the economic conditions at that time at the height of the Spanish Civil War.
Traditional dress. In 1890, Maria Clara dress is an elegant formal outfit for women. It is considered a mestiza dress because it is an ensemble combining indigenous and Spanish influences. The Maria Clara dress became popular during Spanish era. In 1930s, the terno as we know it today evolved from an ensemble called Barut Saya, the blouse and the skirt, transformed into the Maria Clara, which in turn was mita purpose in traje de mestiza. The terno had acquired the feature that we to distinguish it until end of colonial era. The present traditional dress are still exist. the school event, or national government ceremony, but some of the design are still revised based on the modern fashion trend.
The fourth minor influences of Spaniards is the serenade or harana, because harana first began in 1800s and in 1930s it reached its peak across Philippine provinces. So kanina tuig sa 1930s mas ni sikat ang harana na halusan ni mga provinces is gina-practice na nila na sa pag-court or pag-manyanita, manyanito, manyana. But in the present, ang harana is dili na siya same sa traditional way. So karon in more modern way na siya halusan kay ginabook na nato through online, then naday mo deliver sa inyong house with chocolate and flowers, then naday magharana. So murag talagsa na kay nato makita ron na nay kanang nay magharana kung nay mag-court sa nay mangligaw dili na pa maagi sa harana. So mo nang isa siya sa minor influences sa Spaniards. And the last minor influences is the folk dance, but I choose the tinikling because folk dance is daghan siya klase-klase nga sayaw. So nag-specific na lang ko sa tinikling.
In 1500s, when the Spaniards conquered Philippines, it was started by farmers on the Visayan island of Leyte. The dance has also been said to have derived from a punishment that the Spaniards practiced. And in 1986, tinikling became the national dance of the Philippines. And in present, it is still recognized, but it is only performed in school or any cultural event because a lot of the new generation are now enjoying the modern dance.
And that's all. Thank you for listening and God bless.